What's going on, guys? It's Brandon from Audio Addiction. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be doing a reaction/review of Trade Secret's newest songs, Counterfeit Reality and The Purpose. If you're not familiar with Trade Secrets, I would kind of consider this band to be a supergroup. It features Lucas of Artifex Pereo on vocals, which, if you already know the channel, you already know I love this band so much, so I'm super stoked that Lucas is doing vocals. On guitar, it's Dan from the band Tides Man. Again, fantastic band. They've also been on the channel, so if you want to watch that interview, you should go check it out. And then the last one is Zach, and he's on bass, and he's from the band Icarus the Owl. He also does a lot of the textural elements in this band as well, so that was courtesy of Dan of Tides Man, who I interviewed very recently about Trade Secrets, so you'll be able to check that out in October when it releases. So I'd keep your eyes peeled if you wanted to know about Trade Secrets and didn't know anything about them, because they're a pretty new band. So wanted to be able to do a reaction/review of this band because I love Artifex Pereo, of course. I love Tides Man, and I love Icarus the Owl. All very underrated, progressive, post-hardcore bands. And if there's anything to take away from this, is to definitely check out those three bands, but also to keep your eyes peeled for Trade Secrets, because they got some good stuff coming out very soon. So going to be doing a live reaction review of these two new songs that are released. So I'm very excited to listen to them. I have not listened to them, and even in the interview, I told Dan that I have not listened to them yet. So I hope he enjoys. Dan, thanks for coming on. And we're going to get into Counterfeit Reality first, and then we'll listen to The Purpose after this. So we're going to kick it off right now. All right.
Start a conversation when my soul runs out of patience.
Ooh, this is nice. I like this.
What if I've been chasing chain reactions, following along, turn right away. I can stand away in the dark when I find out I can breathe in it.
All right. Oh, I love Lucas's vocals. I love that they go back to that like guitar riff. Oh, it's so ethereal. Love it. So good. I love the drive of this like pre-chorus. This bridge, oh, so good. Oh, what a transition. Oh, man. Whew. So good. Oh, nice. That was cool. Oh, chef's kiss. Oh, that was so good. Love it. Oh, so good. My thoughts on this track, the first one, and then obviously we'll be getting into the purpose in a second. But I really like this. This kind of reminds me a lot of, I would say it has this kind of feeling of like if Thrice and like Rain Akindo had a baby. This is like quintessential, you know, and it obviously has sprinkles of like Artifex. It has sprinkles of like Tide Demand, Icarus, but I just love how the kind of openness of the song really plays really well in the verses, and then, you know, obviously you just get hit with that like massive wave of like guitar work and just Lucas's like higher range, like mid to high range, and I just think it absolutely crushes once it gets to the chorus, and I love that. The bridge was a really nice change of pace. I really enjoyed that. I think that was a nice divergence from, you know, the rest of the song, and I did like that it kind of, you know, borderline that kind of ethereal nature, but as well as that has this really kind of like driving force, and I think that Dan found a really good job finding the in-betweens of that. I will say the coolest parts, at least for me, along with that bridge portion of the song, I did really enjoy that there was just in terms of like the different like textures and layers that were going on in the verses. I thought those were really well put together, because you could hear the bass lines, you could hear the really cool like ethereal kind of like, you know, guitar lines, and then, you know, Lucas's vocals on top of that with some like really just kind of like open and kind of airy drums, if that makes sense. And it really kind of brought the song together, at least in my opinion, and I'm glad this was the first one I started with, you know, obviously being the first song that they released, but I think it really kind of sets up for the rest of them. Dan did mention in the interview that the songs that are coming out, I won't say how many because I don't feel like I'm at liberty to say that, but the songs that are coming out, you know, Dan said that they're a part of kind of a more collective, so I would imagine that were written at around the same time, if not, you know, at the same time, and so they do have a lot of things that kind of interconnect them. So I'm very curious if the purpose is going to have that same sort of linkage that, you know, Counterfeit Reality has. So but I really enjoyed this. This is like right up my alley in terms of the things that I already enjoy, and the fact that these three bands collectively are together, I think is just absolutely wild to me. So guys, I'll leave links below. Go check out Trade Secrets if you haven't already, please. I'm sure A, they would appreciate it, and secondly, they're a fucking fantastic band, so please go give them some love. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next track, which is going to be The Purpose. Alright guys, so I have The Purpose pulled up. I have not listened to this one either. This is brand new, this is fresh, getting that hot reaction. I'm very excited again, as I mentioned. Go check out Trade Secrets, links below. So without further ado, let's get into The Purpose. I already know I loved Counterfeit Reality, so let's get into The Purpose. Am I gonna love this one? Probably. That bass line. Yeah, this has got like, this has got like a big Artifex feel to it. Alright, Lucas. Alright, girl. Oh, man. This makes me so happy. Oh, these riffs. Oh. Ooh. Dan, why'd you have to do it to me like that? Oh. This bass line is driving this song. It's great. Kudos, Zach. Oh, that riff. Oh, sends me. Nice. I like that. Nice little delay. Alright, alright. On the guitars. I like this little instrumental break. Ooh, this ending is sending me. What a big note from Lucas. Oh, that riff was tight. Ooh, that like little ethereal element at the end. I love it. The little synths, you know. Dig it. Well, guys, that was The Purpose by Trade Secrets. Really enjoyed that one as well. I think it kind of, you know, I do agree with Dan. It does definitely cut from the same cloth, which is not a bad thing because I think you know, the reason why I love all three of those bands, I think, is very much included in a song like this. I will also say as well, I like that Lucas is kind of doing a little bit more with his vocals, you know, very, like, again, akin to what he does with Artifex, where he's kind of got that, like, I guess it's not kind of a scream, but just, like, the way that he puts grit into his voice is just always something that I've loved about Artifex, in general, but I love that that's a continuation here in Trade Secrets. The riffs on this were super tight. I will say, you know, I like the more, kind of like, again, I love the fact that they're going with these like super vibey, like bass driven verses, and then really just kind of dialing it in the chorus, because I think that's really where, you know, this song definitely kind of like has this great like momentum to it, but it doesn't feel like it's dragging in any sort of way, where I'm always enticed by what's going on, whether it be kind of from the bass line, the different sort of guitars. And I like that, again, in what I mentioned in Counterfeit Reality, where it doesn't feel like there's so much going on where you're like, okay, I don't know what the hell is going on, but there's such diversity in what's going on in the kind of mix of the sound. So really enjoy that. Again, the vocals were super solid from Lucas. I don't know who the drummer is or who did the drums on this song, on the two songs, but chef's kiss, great drumming. And I don't feel like, I feel like it's tasteful enough where you're like, okay, this is great. Like, it definitely fits with like what they're doing already, but also at the same point, there's just like there's certain fills and certain things going on, and not only Counterfeit Reality but the Purpose as well, that you're like, okay, it's like very much in the pocket, but also at the same point there is so much like extra dynamic that's going on in the track because of the drums, which again, the drums are a dynamic instrument, but I think it just kind of accentuates the more like kind of accentuated stuff within the song. Like, for example, again, the verses, not only in Counterfeit Reality but also the Purpose, I think the drumming really accentuates that, and I think once it hits the choruses, everything kind of tightens up a little bit more and the guitars become more of the focal point. So I like the fact that it's very interchangeable, it's very fluid, and I think that the last song, if it's going to be anything like Counterfeit Reality and the Purpose, game over. I'm already gonna love it. So my personal opinion, if you didn't already know, now you know, these are both certified bangers. We love it. They are bops. I'm very excited to see what this band does next. I had the pleasure of talking with Dan today when I recorded this, so big shout outs to Dan for coming on and chatting about Trade Secrets. But again, don't be like me. I also want to give a shout out to Mike. He's in this band called Dora the Destroyer. He is the one who tagged me in this band being a reality, and I'm so grateful for him because these were both fantastic songs. So I really enjoyed it. Go check out Trade Secrets. Links below. Go give them some love. They are homies, and I love them, so go give them some love. And if you enjoyed this, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way. Again, if you are new to the channel and you just found out about this, I also interview bands. So, and they will be podcast, audio, as well as video. So go along with that. So, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. So very excited. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Let me know in the comments if there's any other songs you would like me to react to. I'm probably planning on doing the new Lorna Shore song because I heard very good things about it and I have not listened to it, and Will Ramos is an absolute monster. So very excited for that. And again, guys, thank you for keeping up with these reactions. I've been really having an absolute blast with them. So love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for doing your thing. And I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.